The police officer roleplay or interactive exercises form part of the assessment centre, and I have to be truthful, it's one part that many people say to me, Richard, I'm quite worried about this element of it, because it actually means you getting up there and interacting with a role play actor. And yes, it can be quite tough, but if you follow my instructions and you prepare yourself effectively, then there's absolutely no reason to worry about the role plays at all. First of all, you will be assessed against the core competencies that are required to become a police officer. So what you say and what you do during the role play scenario is very, very important. To begin with, you will be given a set length of time to prepare for the role play. And this is generally 5 minutes. So you'll sit outside the role play room and you'll read the scenario. First piece of advice is to make sure that you learn the welcome pack inside out before you actually go to the assessment centre. Many people don't learn it, and then they go to the assessment, and in their 5-minute preparation time they're sat there trying to learn the role that they're going to be carried out, and also the rules and regulations that are allowed at the centre. Make sure you know them off by heart before you actually go to the assessment. So when you sit down during that 5-minute period, you'll know that document inside out, and all you have to do is think about the scenario and how you are going to respond to it. Once your 5-minute period is up, you will then enter the room and you will have to deal with a role play actor. Okay, now sometimes it's a serving member of the police force, sometimes they are qualified actors who are actually brought in to go through the scenario with you. You may also find that there might be another person inside the room who is assessing you, or also somebody who is actually going through a training process in preparation to take over as a role play actor or an assessor. Try not to worry about that person, concentrate solely on the role play actor. Make sure that you stay calm at all times. That is very, very important. If the role play actor is becoming confrontational, then don't fight fire with fire. Stay very, very calm indeed. Obviously, you need to ask them questions to find out what's happened during the situation. So sometimes you might walk into the room and go, hello, my name is Richard, I'm the customer services assistant, how can I help you today? What has actually happened? Body language is very important as well. So when you stand there, when you're dealing with the role play actor, make sure that you have an open body stance. If I was to walk in and stand there looking at them like this, then I'm going to lose marks, because that looks quite confrontational and also potentially aggressive. Whereas if I stood there and I was looking at them and I was nodding and listening to them carefully, then my body language is very good. It is positive body language. So try practicing in front of a friend or a relative your body language, or look in front of a mirror. Even though it might be uncomfortable, stand and look in front of a mirror and ask yourself, how do I look when talking to the role play actor? So effective communication is very important. You need to gather as much facts as possible. Once you've done that, you're going to have to take personal responsibility for actually sorting out this problem, because if you were complaining to a police officer, you would expect he or she to actually take responsibility and deal with the situation. And I teach people to say during the role play, at some point, once you've gathered all of the information that you need from the role play actor, you've maybe calmed them down, you've apologised for any problems that have gone on at the centre, if that is the case, and then you say to them, okay, I'm going to take personal responsibility for sorting out this issue. That is a good thing to say to them, because you might be assessed against that core competency, and therefore if you actually say it to them, then you could gain more marks for that. So I would encourage you to do that. And then you need to tell them what you're going to do. So don't sit on the fence. Don't say to them that you're going to go away and think about it. You're going to actually make a decision, and make it in association with the rules and guidelines that are actually within the welcome pack document. And you can also say to them that you're going to keep them informed and check with them to see whether they are happy with the solution that you've actually come up with. So that's a few important tips that will help you prepare effectively for the role play stroke interactive exercises.